Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another review on the FUT birthday LUKA MODRIC card. We're going to go through the card, stats, clips and summary. Before we get into all of that, if I could ask you guys to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when I upload, and comment down below if you're going to be grabbing this card. And now, let's get into the video. So guys, getting into this LUKA MODRIC team here. This is where I played him in that 4-2-3-1 in that DM spot. And guys, I didn't actually want to move him from there because my first impressions of this card, I love this card. I feel like he's such a conductor in that midfield, plays really well, and plays above his station as well. Maybe sort of similar to Thiago in that way. Let's just get into the review. LUKA MODRIC 5'8", high, medium work rates, right-footed, 4 seasons and 5-star refoot. 6 games played, 3 goals scored and 1 assist. Now guys, everything is lovely there, especially for a deep line playmaker. If you have a high medium one, you just have to put the right instructions on him to make him stay back. I feel like the high attacking work rate is good because he gambles on the edge of the box, makes those late runs, and does get you a number of opportunities, or can create something as well with how he plays. In terms of chemistry style, I put the shadow on him, guys. I felt like that was what I wanted to help him out with the most. The pace, of course, and because he's a deep line playmaker, his defending too. I don't feel like it's worth it focusing on his shooting and his physicality because you are going to be using this card's passing and dribbling more so. So that's where I would recommend you focus your time. In terms of the key pros, guys, 99 stamina. This card is running all game, and if you just look at those stats, guys, for the dribbling, all of those are phenomenal. They are absolutely fantastic, and he's really good at that as well. The passing stats are great as well, guys, and the weighting of his passes are phenomenal as well. So that's really lovely to have in deep playmaker too. In terms of the cons, guys, the pace, of course, is a big one. I would say that you do need to help that out a little bit. But overall, guys, I don't feel like there's that much else that I would think that's that bad with it. The finishing is a little poor if you do get into tight situations in the box. He does miss some easy chances there. But I can't really complain about the defending or the physicality. It's not what Modric is to be used for, so I think if you use the right chemistry style on him, you can help him out in that regard, and it's never too much of an issue. In terms of the player traits, you guys got the long shot taker, the playmaker, the outside of the foot shot, and the technical dribbler traits. All lovely traits to have in a deep playmaker as well. And now that we've covered that, we're going to get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, getting to some of LUKA MODRIC's clips, and what you guys are going to see is his general ability to play from that base in midfield and dictating the tempo and the game in the middle of the park. Now guys, I don't have that many clips of LUKA MODRIC in amongst all of these. I did struggle a little bit with him and Emre Can in terms of creating footage for these two guys. Now what you guys are going to see, first of all, and the first thing I want to talk about is his passing ability, guys. His passing range, his pass weighting, all of that stuff is very good, and his ability to play the ball little 1-2s, dictating the play as well, was very good in general, guys. I feel like he was able to just spray the ball wherever I needed him to do that, whether it was left foot or right foot. So that was really lovely to have in a central midfielder. The next part that I want to talk about, guys, is his dribbling, and his dribbling feels so smooth, guys. He does have great dribbling stats, and his ability to move seamlessly between his feet as well mean that he's able to set up easy passes, create easy chances, and put goal scoring opportunities on a plate for those attacking players. Now guys, the next thing I'm going to get into is actually his defending, and I felt like his defending was pretty decent. I felt like he tackled well and cleanly, and didn't feel like he was that sloppy in terms of the defending. He didn't really lose the ball, of course, with his great dribbling too, and he won the ball back a fair few times with both standing and sliding tackles. So it was nice to have that as well in this kind of player who you don't expect it naturally from, given his size and the style of play that he generally would have, but he was very good defensively. Getting into his shooting, guys, his shooting is pretty decent. I do feel like it's just okay. It's not brilliant, especially with the low finishing that he has. He did struggle around the box sometimes. However, guys, he is capable of scoring a long shot here and there, given the right opportunity or circumstance. So that's nice as well. In terms of the pace, guys, not a great amount of pace, but I do feel like that's one of the things you can fix with a chemistry style, so I wouldn't complain about that too much, guys. I do feel like that's easily solvable, especially given his great dribbling and passing stats. As we get into the final couple of clips, guys, and of course it is very short set of clips for you guys, the 1 or 2 goals, sorry, that he scored for me, the one chip there, and this one really summarizing what LUKA MODRIC is all about in this team. Winning the ball back really easily there, taking the ball past the defender with good dribbling. We get held up a little bit here, so we start to use the passing a little bit of this MODRIC card, dictating the play, running the tempo through him, and then all of a sudden he pops up here again in space, takes on the man here, and then gets another goal scoring opportunity here on the finesse shot here, curling into the top corner. So guys, getting into Luka Modric's final summary: 363 on the PlayStation, 345 on the Xbox, and 440 on the PC. Getting into the key stats, guys, he has very well-rounded stats, guys, and I actually love the fact that this card has more acceleration than sprint speed, which of course is a con. His pace is a con of this card. However, I do feel like having higher acceleration at least allows you the opportunity to boost that a bit more and get more out of this card. If you look at those dribbling stats, guys, they are phenomenal. I would not even bother touching them, and the same goes for his passing. You really don't need to help that out at all. In terms of the shooting, guys, the finishing is a real weak point, so I would say you maybe need to focus on that, and the strength and aggression would be nice to boost as well. His defensive stats are okay. However, if you do want a more capable deep-lying player, then maybe boosting that as well, which could lead you to either use the anchor, which is a good way to help out his defensive stats, his physicality, and his pace, although I still think his pace could use a little more of a boost. So guys, I wouldn't actually be focusing on the physicality because Luka Modric is such a slight player. You are not going to bully a lot of people with such a player. Light player as well, fairly lean. I would be looking at the shadow, guys. Just give him that elite defending, give him good pace so that he's able to accelerate out of most situations and get you on the attack as well, and you don't have to worry about him being able to run because his stamina is excellent as well. So that's where I would be looking for in terms of the chemistry style. In terms of similar players, guys, Joshua Kimmich has a lot of the dynamism of this card. However, I do feel like, of course, Luka Modric a little better in the passing department than this card. I feel like this Thiago card down here is probably quite similar in terms of playstyle. In terms of linkability, guys, you've of course got no perfect links now that Kovacic now plays for Chelsea. However, you do have strong links to a bunch of Real Madrid players that you can call upon to pop into your squad, as well as Davor Šukur as well to fit into your team. In terms of price comparison, guys, you guys can see he sits just above Frank Rijkaard, below Luis Figo, and below Joshua Kimmich there. If you ask me how does he compare to Kimmich, I would say this card far surpasses Kimmich in terms of capability, just because he has the ability to be able to play so technically. Kimmich is a very good player, guys, don't get me wrong, but I think this Luka Modric is a level up from that slightly. And if we look to the players before, on the page before, you will see Gini Wijnaldum is in there, Musa Sissoko is there, Toni Kroos, Thiago. I think he sits around this Thiago level, guys, and I think it is, of course, the league and linkability which kind of stops him from getting to this sort of price level. I do feel like he deserves to be in that bracket as well. Leading into the final recommendation, guys, which is, would I recommend you guys pick up this card if you are looking to build a team, particularly a La Liga team, and you need a player who goes along with, say, someone like that Kondogbia that just came out today, yesterday, then this is a perfect card to do it, because you need to put a strong player next to him to be able to hold your midfield down, and this guy can do dirty work as well if you need him to. So it's a good option to have in there. I would say that, opposed to Emre Can, who I would say you do not build your team around, I believe you could build a very good team around this Luka Modric. If you have the right team around him, he will dictate the game, dictate the tempo, and really control how the game goes for you. And I feel like that's really important in this FIFA, especially the passing this guy has and the ability he has on the ball. I feel like that will be really valuable in terms of building a team around him. So I would recommend picking up this card, guys. He will drop in price a little more as the week goes on, but then he will start to rise, because this card is very good and is one of the better options in La Liga, even compared to that Toni Kroos flashback card. Hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, please do smash that like button. Until next time, I will see you all in a bit.